Yeah, exactly. He's just like, all right, different name, different number every single time, and he just like he just throws
Sir
it.
Alfred Thompson,
Yeah,
knighted by the Queen of England in 2012, some shit.
he just practiced
Fucking
like the
God.
card throwing that it like sticks into stuff, and that's how he does it. He just
Yeah,
throws it.
just sticks it
Quan's-
between their cleavage.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, you know how like everyone had like the cartoons and shit always had like the demon and the angel on their shoulders or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Quan's the angel on my shoulder. I always think WWKD, dude. What would Quan do?
What would Quan do?
And the
second he
answer
doesn't.
9 times out of 10 is the most boring thing. The most
Yeah.
boring option is just
Which is usually the most financially sound, but
exactly.
but let's be real. If it comes to girls, it's probably also just stop talking to her once things aren't good.
Well, he also fucking decides to talk to chicks with fucking married or had a kid.
Yeah, or just
Those are just
not
red
it.
flags off the rip.
Or fucking Alfred's or
Okay, let's take a step back to when he was talking to
Oh.
Alfred at that time, because somebody else was also talking to Alfred around a similar time.
oh.
Somebody in this party, if we remember correctly.
Not me. No. She was trying to fuck. She was trying to fuck
yeah.
me, and I was fucking trying to.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
friend
you
that's a
didn't
chick
let
that's
her
cool.
down. You didn't let her down hard, easy, or anything. You just let her keep thinking she had.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, let's go back. Yeah, I was gonna
Am
say
I
let's
right or am I right?
let's take a step
It's
back
not
to
my
what.
place to tell someone fucking.
Oh,
this,
it's
that, or the
not,
other,
huh?
dude.
I remember
Yeah,
walking
I'm
into a
scared.
bar
Are you
in
kidding me,
Austin,
bro?
and you
Fucking
guys are
in the army with a
grinding.
bunch of fucking, with a bunch of dudes like all the time. Like it was fun to just be around a chick.
Oh yeah.
Well, and she fucking put off like a very broy vibe, and then it turned into like she wanted a
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
vibe,
That's
and
what
I was.
she does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you act like I had any fucking anything to go
Dude, at that
off
point-
of.
At that
Hey.
point, we had
No,
known
I
her
didn't know
for
who-
a
dude.
minute.
Break
I didn't
break
know
real
her,
quick.
I didn't know her like
Which
that until I started talking to Krista, and she was like saying I forget, she was like saying some shit to me, and I was like, what the fuck? she was trying to say some shit to Krista that like her and I were like whatever, and like this, that, and the other, and I was like, whoa. I was like, what are you fucking talking about here? I was like,
Oh yeah. No, I always loved the day of me sitting in the arms room, and her like telling Quan that they're not together or whatever, and then immediately calling him his boyfriend or her boyfriend as soon as he walks away.
yeah, so like I didn't understand because at first
See-
like it was just like oh, you're like this chick who's like obviously in a contract marriage with another chick, and like you're bisexual
Oh,
too,
dude, I
like
forgot
whatever.
about that.
And so like she was like separating. She was saying that this chick was being like a dick to her about like everything that was going on. And I was like, oh, that fucking sucks, you know. And I was like, you seem cool and whatever else. And you know, I had no one else fucking like female wise to like chat with. She seemed cool, you know.
Yeah.
And fucking turns out she was like, you know, find out her story, this,
missed
that,
out
and the
something
other.
else.
And I'm
Oh.
like, well.
You easy.
So I do state that I definitely agree how he could have been perceived that way, but no, there's no
See,
talking.
Perception
of
is
any
reality.
sorts. Yeah, your perception is your reality.
Exactly.
okay, so
Think about
correct
my
me-
perspective and my reality of that situation, dude.
correct me if I'm wrong. This time period was pre-2018 Poland, right?
Dude,
Pre-NTC.
this time period was pre-NTC, bro.
Okay, it was pre-NTC. All right.
Yeah, this was
I seem
fucking.
to remember
This was
because
fucking.
I don't remember
When was
you
this?
and Quan both talking to her at the same time. I
No,
seem to
No,
remember
Quan-
Quan talking
no,
to her
no.
post
Quan,
NTC.
yeah, Quan was
Yeah,
post,
yeah.
then was pre, but all
I
all
wasn't
pre.
talking to her for one, so there was
Yeah,
no,
whatever.
there was none of that.
Uh huh.
gotta
All right.
I have to clarify. It was like
Sure.
I thought I was seasick the other day. Like we went, I like fucking was super dehydrated, and we kayaked out to this like little island off of Hawaii, like Oahu, and fucking we woke up. We didn't eat breakfast because we slept in. Fucking I drank a protein shake, and we went out, and I was just had a dip in the whole time, and I wasn't drinking my water. And on our way back, I was like so dehydrated that like I fucking threw up. And then I was on the phone with my parents the other day, and we were just chatting, and Krista like throws this fucking monkey wrench. She's like, yeah, he was throwing up, this, that, and the other. I was like, yeah, I was fucking throwing up, this, that, and the other. She's like, yeah, he was seasick. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I was not seasick. And it was like, they're like, yeah, you know, it's you know, you don't have to be ashamed of being seasick. Like, there's nothing weak about that, or this. I'm like, it is not a matter of like any of that. I was like, it was the symptoms. Like, I was fucking exerting a lot of energy paddling and shit, and I was dehydrated as fuck.
Dude,
and
you are a ball of energy. Paddling made you that dehydrated, dude.
Bro, I woke up, drank a protein shake, and didn't eat or drink anything, and
You're you're a little fucking meat sack of energy, dude.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I puked and rallied, needless to say.
Puked and rallied.
I was fucking right back in it to win it, dude. But fucking, when she was like, yeah, you were fucking seasick, I was like, no, that was not what was happening. I was like, your boy was dehydrated. But they just,
I would just
you know,
like to say,
What?
I invited you both to a game and neither of you have responded.
I'm in Rocket League, I don't get your invites.
God damn it. You and your PC. Alright, Step, what's your excuse? Let's hear it.
I just started playing Rocket League and I'm trying it out.
Dude,
You motherfucker.
whoa. On the Rocket League, huh? I'm down. I'm not. I enjoy this chatting that we're doing. This is a-okay with me. I love the bullshit. But no, I need. Just pointing out. The only thing with that story about the Krista and the seasick, just pointing out that I do have a tendency to like, if you know, to like clarify things. I hate having foggy situations because I was not talking to her, dude. Because she said the same shit. So like Krista was like, oh, this, that, and the other. I was like, what? I was like, no. I was like, fucking no.
I was wondering where that story came from, just like,
dude,
I
was still fucking PD2 then, dude. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
probably like our
pre-NTC.
second. Yeah, that was probably like, dude, it was so early.
That had to
like-
have been like August-ish.
Like Stet's
Of,
ass
like,
was probably like a
17.
month into the unit by the time that this
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
happening.
Yeah, that
Stet
was-
got
Probably
there
I was
right
in
around when
fresh.
Stet got there.
I was fresh. That was like the first
You got-
time we
you
went
got there
to
in, like August, didn't you, Stetson?
July.
July. So this had to have been like August or September.
I want to say it was probably August.
Yeah, because I mean, I didn't care once because what had happened was
What had happened was.
fucking she ended up like sending me these like nudes, but like they weren't actual nudes, if that makes sense. Like they were nudes, but like she was naked
Alright, this
in these pictures.
situation's getting kind of foggy.
No. This is when I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? This was my oh shit moment when she did this. But so she sent me nudes, right? And then, but like they weren't actual nudes. I have to clarify this
I
because they weren't
don't
actual nudes.
understand.
They were like professional photography pictures of her like naked, but she was like posing with like, you know, like
Oh yeah. I know.
like a guitar on her butt, and, like a cowgirl.
oh,
hat.
actually,
So,
I remember
like-
these.
Okay, so you've seen those too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a, oh hey, here's the inside of my vagina if you want to like touch it with your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
fuck me.
kind of what Sarn Eagles sent.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. These were like professional by like a photographer that she paid to like get these done and stuff. Oh. But yeah. So once that happened, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. And then like she said some like things that I was like that helped me understand what the sitch was, and I was like, yep, nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm so out of the loop right now.
Oh, this is
We're talking about your
ancient
buddy, Alpha.
history.
Oh god.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about fucking Stet thinking I was banging her, trying to like bang her or some shit.
Ew.
Because he was.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you
I mean, I made out with her once.
I was not.
In Germany.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I was not a fan.
I can't hear this, man.
Okay, to be honest though, Bert's like you weren't a fan of anything in Germany.
No.
Bro,
no,
I
was
can't
not.
hear this man. He's muted.
Ooh.
Bert.
I'm not
Not
muted.
No, I had you muted for some reason. I was.
Oh.
Probably because I'm an
obsessed.
annoying fuck.
Yeah, that's
I
likely.
think
No,
we were
no,
I
no.
think we were in a party and I think you were playing like PUBG or something with a buddy like way back in the day, dude.
Not
Yeah,
to bring up old shit, Bert's, but you do you remember Germany? Or when we were in,
In Berlin.
Yes,
And
I
you-
do, and I remember hiding in the corner.
You fucking sat there like we were all like going out dancing, you know, like
Dude,
hitting
Krista
on
was
chicks
trying to
and
hook
shit.
that
and we're
man.
like, Bert,
Krista was
dude,
trying to
come
hook
over
that.
here,
Remember that
dance with
chick
this
that
girl.
Krista was trying to fucking?
No, I don't
Yeah.
actually.
I don't remember that either.
Bert's
Dude,
just
it was
sitting
one
at
of the
bar
nights, and
going,
this
"I
chick
feel
was like
ugly."
trying to bang Krista, kind of thing, and then Krista was like playing it like, well, then like bang me and my friend, kind of thing, and
Oh god.
like obviously, you know, it wasn't like, I mean, I would have joined in, I would have been cool with it, but
Dude,
In
Bert,
Berlin, I had a fucking orgy with fucking Zim.
that was
Fucking
dope.
Bert's just sat at the bar,
Oh,
and I'm
man.
like, dude, come on, let's go. Like, let's
Dude.
go dance with these chicks. Let's go. He's like,
He
I
was
feel.
bubbly.
were you talking about when I was dancing with the Brazilian chicks and then police and
Dude,
Cass came
throwback
over?
to the
Oh,
fucking
it was
Australian
like every
chicks,
night.
dude, who were like trying to fucking do their danguses with their dranguses. Do you remember those chicks?
What?
No.
It was like the first. It was the first
I
night,
don't
dude.
know.
We ran into like a group of like, fucking. I ran into a group of Australian chicks. Who were
Oh,
on this, like,
yeah,
group
yeah.
tour. Yeah, they were on like. I was
Bert's
like,
and I were at fucking. We're sitting there getting drunk off our asses at Checkpoint Charlie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it's like fucking. Like Checkpoint Charlie was made. They had a little fucking bar there. Like,
No, they had that. It was
a
for
tiki
the,
bar.
It was for
They
that.
had fake sand and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, right next to. It was like one in the same with that, like watch party for the fucking World Cup. and
For
shit.
the World Cup, yeah.
Dude, that
Yeah,
shit was
like,
awesome.
I remember that.
And
yeah.
literally, Bert
Dude,
and
I try to
were just
explain
sitting
that
there
to
on
people.
lawn chairs.
I try to explain that to people, and they just don't understand.
I've
When
tried
I
the
was-
same thing.
When I
And they just
Oh,
like
dude.
don't understand like the magnitude of which like
Yeah,
like,
it's
Europe
hard.
and Berlin was like going in like and how much they love fucking the
Oh,
World
dude,
Cup
no
and
one
shit.
understands.
It's so
Unless
hard
they've
to
been
explain that the entire city of Berlin gathered
I know,
in
I
front
was
of the
trying to
Brandenburg
tell-
Gate
dude.
to watch a game.
Yeah,
Exact-
Dude,
oh,
I was
that-
trying
oh,
to
yeah, it was
explain
that
it to like my
Croatia
mom and
game.
her
Yeah,
friends.
Yeah.
Croatia
Shit,
versus
dude.
Russia and like
Yeah,
Croatia.
and we were
think it was
fucking
Belgium.
hype nation, dude.
Oh
I have the
yeah,
pictures still, bro. I still look at those
I
pictures. all
I
the
do
fucking
too.
time.
They're
All of
Yep.
us.
oh yeah, I look at those pictures constantly, man.
But yeah, dude,
Oh,
I
dude.
fucking, dude, so hard to explain. I try to explain like the magnitude of like what goes on in like the World Cup to like my mom and her friends kind of thing, or like just friends of friends, like just
Yeah.
people who like never been to like Europe or anything like that. Like honestly, like haven't moved away from my fucking hometown and shit. So I'm like trying to explain to them the magnitude of like how fun it was and shit. And like they're like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's cool. I was like, no. I was like.
No.
I was like,
No,
no.
you have
I was like,
no
I was like,
idea.
the response here is not cool. Like, you know, do you have any questions for clarification? Like, do you know, like what I'm saying when I say like the entire fucking like downtown square was fucking big screen fucking projectors and fucking like, oh dude, I just couldn't even fucking, I couldn't
Dude.
even.
Do you understand when I'm telling you that the city of Berlin paid for
Was-
a fucking 100-foot screen to get put up
Yeah, like
on a
fucking-
And not-
historical monument?
And not
yeah, on-
one.
right in front of a historical monument, and, like 4 others, like all around that place. Oh, man.
And not just one. There was like 5 others behind us that stretched
Yeah.
back for like 4 miles.
For like as far as you could see.
Yeah.
dude.
I just remember Cass getting that Croatian chick to fucking let us pose with her that big ass flag,
I don't remember
and
that.
he kept talking to her. There's a picture of I think it's me, you, Bert's, Cass, and like this Croatian chick and all her family proposing with a Croatian flag, and he got her to teach him how to say Croatia in Spanish, or in Spanish, in fucking
Spanish.
Croatian. Erbatska, you don't remember?
I do remember
And
that
we were
part.
all just sitting there screaming, Erbatska, Erbatska.
I do remember that part of us chanting
I don't
along.
remember any of
I
that.
don't remember that at all. The only thing
Zale, I
really
think you and
remember
Chris
from
got
Poland-
back to the hostel already.
I don't
Not from
remember.
that night. Not from that night.
I don't remember.
There was
the
one
flag,
night you
though.
and Krista were fucking bummers, dude. Like, just
That was the
refused to
first
go
night.
out.
That was the first night, dude.
Yeah.
That was the first night.
Well, because we said there was one night
Wait,
that you
and
went
to be-
out with
to-
us,
No.
and
I think the
Krista
last
didn't
night
want
we
you
came
to.
in early. Yeah, and I went out anyways.
Yeah,
That was the night.
like,
that was the night
the
that I.
one
That was the
night.
night that I ran into the Aussie chicks.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
that was
trying
the.
to like do some things, you know.
Yeah, that was the very first night. Because then we
These
could
chicks were
never.
grabbing the crotch, and I was like, "Yo." I was like, "If only I was single, your boy's taking me out of his pants, dude." Didn't even need to grab.
Oh man, Berlin was something else.
Dude, Berlin was a blast.
The only other, like,
Literally-
anything in another language I remember from that entire rotation is how to say beer and how to say, I'm sorry, I don't speak Polish well, do you speak English?
I remember
It's-
G teaching Cass, who taught us Nie mówisz po polsku, which is I don't speak Polish in Polish.
All I remember is
Uh,
Dzień dobry and Jesh.
Dzień dobry,
Cześć.
cześć, piwo, dwa means two.
I
didn't
remember
any of
people-
those until you guys just said them.
I remember Pivo. I don't remember what it means though.
Beer.
Pivo's beer.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I know it.
And then there's Nie mówisz po angielsku, which is I don't speak English.
Polsku.
Remember none of this.
Angielsku
I know
is English.
cerveza to the cabeza.
That's what I
which isn't
said,
even
Nie mówisz po
Polish.
angielsku.
Angielsku means English.
Yeah, it means I don't speak English. Nie mówisz po angielsku, or
Oh,
whatever the fuck it is.
Przepraszam, ja mówię po angielsku, ale cię mówię po polsku.
What the
Dude, I still
hell?
have Shaq on Facebook too.
I do too.
Yeah, same.
I wonder if that business be booming, dude, because like they started
Dude, no.
rotating out of it.
I
For
think
real,
I met somebody
1-7
that was in
at
Drosko.
Dude, fucking,
1-7
you remember?
was in Drosko
remember
this
fucking-
past rotation.
Remember
and
those
they-
kids? Oh.
What kids? What kids?
Remember the dudes
The
from our
orphans?
platoon that went to fucking Campbell? They went right after us there.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
my buddy from what the Big Red One went there right after us.
Fucking yeah, fucking that dude's business gotta be booming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
he-
didn't remember any of that shit. You know, the only fucking foreign language that I remember in words that I know what to say is literally cerveza to the cabeza.
Cerveza to the cabeza.
That's literally all I'm so bad. Like, I suck at English, let alone learning other fucking languages. Like, fuck.
Dude, yeah, Polish was so hard.
I can hardly
Dude.
fucking structure a sentence grammatically correct, let alone fucking remember.
I don't even think that was.
I barely speak English at this point.
This guy.
Nice.
I have 500 points, and my kid on my team has 108. And he missed a line open goal. This cocksucker. I
I
can just
have-
come to the screen and strangle him.
I have
For a
3.
second. You know what I'm saying? Just until the light leaves his eyes for a second, you know?
Y'all gonna join up in this shit or not?
Let me play one more game and I will.
Bitch, fuck you. Get on now,
No,
please.
I have spoken.
Please.
I'll call you
I've
daddy.
spoken.
Hey, how's it going?
Daddy?
Should have called the cops. and
What?
told me.
Why can I not find any players? Oh, me and my buddies were in Poland for
Oh fuck.
a
dude.
couple
I
of
don't
months.
miss Hood or 2-8, but I do miss the boys.
the
Dude, 100%.
we learned a
heard-
couple
heard is the
words.
word, dude.
and
No, dude, what
that
I
was a
gonna
couple
say
years ago
earlier
now,
is
so
that,
we've pretty much forgotten it.
1-7 was in Drosko this past rotation to Europe. And my buddy Trap was like, hey, you were in Drosko with 2-8 last rotation. I was like, yeah, and they're like, how, you mentioned that you had someone that would run you guys beer and stuff, or vodka or something like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I still have his number. Do you want it?
Do you
They're
really?
like, yeah, let me, yeah, dude, I still have Shaq's taxi number, bro.
I wonder
and
if
they're
I
like,
have Shaq's
"Oh."
taxi.
They're like, yeah, dude, let's get it. And I was already back in the States by this point. So I gave him the number, and then the next night for me, afternoon for them, I guess, was like, or morning for them. I got a phone call from one of them, hungover as fuck, and they're like, "Hey, dude, Shaq remembers you, bro." I was
Dude,
like,
Shaq,
"Really?"
Shaq was
Dude,
still.
do you
Yeah,
remember when
dude, he
Burks
brought
threw
us
up on
so
his
much-
fucking taxi?
Yes, dude.
Oh no!
I just
They were like,
remembered
Oh,
that,
yeah.
dude.
Hey,
They
do
were
you
like, dude, Shaq brought us so much fucking vodka, and he told stories
Dude,
about
when
you
Cass
guys
fucking
last time.
busted his eyes.
Oh,
and
nice.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
dude,
we were in
shit.
Drosko
On fucking,
Pomorsky for a good
on
couple
the
of months.
nightstand or whatever it
Dude,
was.
did you guys hear about Cass, perchance?
Which
Yeah,
part?
he
DUI part.
Yeah,
Oh,
I heard
fuck.
about that.
yeah.
The fact that
Apparently-
so listen to this, dude. I don't know if you know this already, but fucking that was actually sick as fuck. But I actually did something a la Dirtanius, but fucking dude, Cass's chain of command is gonna give him a local Gomar and just sweep it under the rug for him because he was like a really good soldier and he was like on his way to go to the 6th board and shit.
Well, he's already got an
And-
ALC slot.
Yeah, I don't know about that because the new
That's
chain
what-
of command, unless you heard.
That's
like,
what Quan said.
Yeah, so fucking his they got a new commander and first sergeant and they fucking reopened the case and they actually they're
Oh.
trying to take like actual action
Oh,
and like kick him
dude.
out now.
That
They're like
shit.
making the decision on whether to keep the local Gomar. And I was talking to Krista and I was like, this makes so much fucking sense. Those dudes, his commander and first sergeant probably on their way out. They're like, yeah, sure, dude, fuck it. Local
Yeah.
Gomar, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? No, like, a lot less paperwork for them. They don't have to do shit because they're on their way out. And they already knew, probably, like, you know, in the back of their mind that they were gonna leave before it was resolved, and that like it would be the next chain of commands. And like, what do you think?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you show up to
Brand
the unit
new-
as the commander,
brand
first
new command
sergeant,
team
and you
comes
have
in,
a
they gotta make an example, bro.
yeah, exactly. They got a guy with a DUI, like, and
Yeah,
you can't let
and-
the first guy slide. I mean, you remember what happened to the dudes in first in your platoon? The guy that got stuck on a fucking railroad track.
Fucking
Oh
Olsen,
yeah,
I'm actually
Sergeant
texting
Olsen.
him right now.
Yeah, Olsen and the other dude who was a corporal. That other dude.
Feliciano.
Yeah.
They're both sixes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Good for Olsen. I remember he was
Yeah.
about the whole Gomar shit and all that. I'm so happy that overcame
Dude,
that.
I literally had a kid, one of my soldiers when
I know
was
this is like
7,
the second or third
He
game I've ever played,
got a
so
DUI 'cause
pretty
the
rough
motherfucker
right
was
now.
So drunk, the MPs found him passed out in his car in the barracks parking lot with it on, in
Oh.
reverse, with his foot on the brake,
Oh,
and he was passed clean the fuck out.
that's
Bro.
And then he
That's
told the
heavy
MPs he
drinking.
was. He
Yeah,
told the
that's- my
MPs
buddy
he was gonna
did
go. He told the MPs he was gonna go to the shopette for cigarettes and that he had passed out or whatever. Well, obviously he got a DUI. Keys were in the ignition. The car was on.
yeah.
It was in gear.
And he admitted to he
And
was about to
I-
drive.
Exactly. I literally took this kid. This kid was a fucking grade A shitbag too. I
Yeah,
took
fuck
this kid
that.
through the entire process. I escorted him through the entire process of clearing to get chaptered out of the fucking army. And literally 3 days, we had finished clearing him and everything. He was just waiting on a final outstand. CIF,
Right.
everything was done. Literally 3 days before his chapter date, he decided he wanted to, because the whole time he was just going along with it. He was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And literally 3 days before his chapter date, he decides he wants to use the brigade commander's open door policy to plead with him to get him to keep him in the army.
Because he realized
So,
he
of
ain't
course-
got nothing.
Dude, yeah, he realized
Exactly.
the fucking shit he was gonna be in.
So I took this kid, me, and then my buddy Baggy, the guy we played with
Yeah.
before. Me and Baggin took him to the brigade commanders. It was Colonel Schoenfeld right after he had taken command,
Right.
and used the open door policy. And mind you, Baggy got his shit pushed in because he was super unprofessional. And he literally he was slotted, I think for a drill spot or maybe a recruiter spot. And I think it was a recruiter spot. And because he was such an ass in front of the brigade commander, they took it away
Oh,
from him
no.
and made him stay at Fort Hood. So
Yeah, and
but
now
yeah,
isn't he getting out now too?
he's ETS'd already. Yeah, he's in
Right.
the guard now though. But yeah. So this kid literally just.
Well, that's
did-
really
the brigade
disappointing.
The brigade commander decided to keep him in the army. He just sent him to 212. So I mean, there's ways to get around this kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I almost
The
never
fucked
hear
up
from
part
Cass.
is like they're like contemplating, like, because if he loses his rank, like they're gonna kick him out. You know,
Yeah.
like if they make that decision,
Yeah.
that's
see,
just how the army is. It's a no tolerance now.
I
Oh, yeah.
almost never hear from Cass, and then like.
Bro,
couple
you're
months
telling
a
me
month
I
or
live
so.
I live fucking 10-minute drive from that man, and I've told this man to hit me up like on multiple every time I see him, because the only time he ever calls me is I get a call from fucking Bowman, and it's a call.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually like a good thing that Bowman calls me. It's literally Bowman calling me, telling me that Cass is at someone's house, really drunk, and like wants to go home kind of thing. And then it's like always in like my neighborhood, and then so I just go and like pick him up and like
See,
have him stay at my house for like essentially like this usually happens on like a Friday, and then he stays until like Sunday, and we like all hang out, and like the whole time. Because him and Krista just like watch a bunch of shows and stuff, like they have a blast. And every time that we do this, I'm like, yo, dude, like I would love to go to the beach with you. Like we all, like Krista and we have like a bunch of cool friends and stuff, like this, that, and the other. And every time I ask him, he's like doing something.
See,
And
it's
it's just the worst.
I almost never hear from him, and then he posted something on a memory or something on his Snapchat story like a month or two ago. And
Ah,
tagged me in it because I was
thanks.
in the video. It was like me, him, G,
So
Nick
just
Deer,
look
and
forward?
Holshop. And I slid up and I was like talking
That's
to
easy.
him, and then just out of the blue he goes, "Bean, I
Play-
fucked up."
How do I
And I'm
use the
like,
ball cam?
What do you mean you fucked up? He's like, "I got a DUI." And I was like, "Oh fuck! So what's gonna happen?" He said, "I don't know. My platoon leadership's trying to talk to the command and see if they'll keep me and blah blah blah." He said, "But I really don't know what's going on as of right now." I'm like, that was the last I heard of it because, like I said, we just never really talk. I mean, I don't even really talk to you guys very often besides when we play video games every once in a blue moon now.
So, Colonel Schoenfeld got forced out of the army.
Where's
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
everyone
he
did,
was
all
forced
those
retired.
guys. That whole chain
I
of
just
command,
realized my mic was muted.
3-4 down.
I was actually fucked over by that when I was trying to clear because
Dude,
there
Cass
was-
still has two Archoms of mine. He still hasn't given them to me.
One
fucker.
second.
And I don't have either one of them on my ERB too.
Dude, I finally got my Arcom in the mail like a couple months ago, and it's not even in a green folder. It's just the
Yo.
certificate.
Yo,
Yeah.
My fucking
That was my
PCS
fucking
Arcom got
ETS
downgraded.
award.
Yeah, mine
Dude,
did too.
fucking dude,
Dude,
fucking,
fuck you,
I
that
got
was
an
my
AM
one and
for
only
shooting
Arcom
top shot
ever.
in the brigade, fucking right before we left, in which they fucking upgraded it.
Ah,
which
okay.
I never
I just
got
have
a
to
fucking
find
award
which
for
button
that,
it
which
is.
not on my ERB and all this shit. And I was literally looking at it, I was like, you guys are fucking assholes, you know?
Dude, my Arcom's not on my fucking. It's not on my DD214.
Yeah, no,
And, like,
sure. I didn't have
talked-
the Arcom for that, and I didn't have my. And they didn't
Oh,
finish my
okay.
fucking
I
ETS
appreciate
Arcom in
that.
time, so I literally have two Arcoms
Yeah.
that aren't on my DD214 that
Same.
I don't even have in my possession because every time I ask Cass, I don't fucking see him for another year.
Dude, I literally was talking to the dude the day of my DD214 brief, and I'm like, hey, I still haven't gotten my. Colonel Schoenfeld fucked me out of my Arcom almost entirely because when I was doing all my
there it
shit,
is.
I was clearing, and my fucking his name's Sergeant Binder. Sergeant Binder was like he was kind of like our company first sergeant, sort of ish on Rear D, and he's like, I'm like 2 days from fucking ETSing, and I'm like, I finally go up to him after I'd been hounding him for like a week and a half, and I'm like, dude, y'all said that you had my ETS award ready. It was submitted before I ever even fucking left Germany. At this point, it's March. I left Germany in fucking January.
Thank you very much.
I'm like, dude, y'all all said it was submitted before I ever even left Germany, like, beginning of January. He was like, yeah.
And that really does
well,
help.
the new, see, they did submit it, but at the time, Colonel Schoenfeld was under investigation, and he wasn't allowed to sign awards and stuff because he was effectively relieved of command. He was like, so it just had to get resubmitted just now, like yesterday, for the new incoming brigade commander to sign. And I'm like, dude, I ETS in like 2 days. He's like, well, give me your address and I'm just gonna have to mail it to you. I'm like, what about having it on my fucking DD-214? I talked to the dude at the brief, and the dude was like, well, you'd have to.
Yeah, have you heard the
submit-
process for that? To
Dude,
get a
you have to like
214?
mail it
It's
to
a
like
hassle.
fucking Fort Knox, and which is not. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not far from me. Knox is only like 30, 40 minutes.
I would
from me.
drive that shit there if I was.
Yeah.
If I was
But like
that
you
close.
submit it to them and have them update it through a whole long fucking process.
I think it
and
takes,
can
like,
take
90
months
days.
and months. Yeah.
at minimum.
Which is fucking. And honestly, I don't even give a shit at this point to have it updated that bad that I'm gonna take time to go to fucking Knox and have them update it. I really don't care. I do have to renew my truck registration this month though, and I'm putting veteran plates on my truck.
Nice. But dude, I got a
Fuck
Hawaii
yeah, I
ID.
am.
Dude, listen to this. I'm so fucking pissed. I got a Hawaii. Oh shit. I got a Hawaiian
Intermission?
ID.
Hey, Bert's, start the fucking game, dude. I've been in your party for
Oh,
so
yeah.
long.
You wanna do trial duos? You just wanna do fucking regular?
Use front
Dude, let's
flips
do,
while
some-
moving.
Warm it up.
Now I have to figure out how to use a front flip.
Sorry, Zen. Keep going.
No, you good.
Shut the fuck
Fucking
up, Zen.
got a Hawaiian ID. And fucking
Ah, there it is.
went there to do like all that shit for it because my ID was expiring. I really wanted to go back to Ohio to do it, but fucking didn't do that because it's just too much, too expensive. Whatever. And fucking I get my picture and shit, and I get my like temporary shit because they like mail it to you and all that. Fucking I look at the ID. I fucking don't have my fucking motorcycle endorsement on it. I was so pissed. And on top of that, I forgot to bring my fucking DD-214 so I could get a little veteran like identifier on my ID. And then so not only did I fucking lose my motorcycle endorsement, therefore I have to fucking go take another fucking stupid ass class to fucking get it back.
Dude,
I have to
you
wait
know,
another 4 years, I guess.
I never realized how cheap motorcycles can be.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so like when I was in orientation for the post office, there's this guy who was in it. His name's Paul, and he just got out. He's like he joined the army. He joined the army at like fucking 34, 35 and did like 9 years. So he just got out like last year, I think, and you know, we were talking bullshit and telling stories and stuff, and he was telling me about his bike. He got like a slightly used Harley from a dealership for like $6,000. I'm like, really?
Oh yeah,
That
dude.
cheap?
Oh
Well, cause like Zim, you like the little crotch rockets, like the speed demons. I don't. I
Yeah.
want a little cruiser so I can just chill and shit like that. I don't want to go fast. I just want to ride.
It doesn't.
And
I
he-
mean, all
he explained to me
motorcycles
the-
in actuality go fast.
Well, he explained to me the whole process of getting your motorcycle license and buying a motorcycle in Kentucky, and it's actually, one, it's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be, and two, the process is not that fucking hard.
No,
So
the process
I'm-
isn't. The only part of the process that there is literally taking a 2-day. It's like a weekend. It's like a Saturday Sunday class, in which if you have a bike, you take it, and then some places provide bikes
Yeah.
for you to
Well,
ride.
here, the Harley dealership in Bowling Green, which is half an hour from me. I work in Bowling Green. They will actually let you.
Use 2 or 3 in a row, and you will be in
The
supersonic
class
mode,
is
huh?
kind of like sponsored
Okay.
through them. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. A lot of places do that.
Like they can sign you up for the class or whatever, and you can borrow one of their bikes from the dealership to practice with and shit like that. Which is actually super cool. That's what he did when he got out. So this time next year, I'm probably gonna have a fucking bike. To be quite
Oh,
honest.
Rod, I forgot to tell you. While I was in Kentucky, dude, they let me off post 1 day, right?
Yeah, one
I
day.
used that. I used that day to go to Louisville. What a fucking shithole! Like that's the
Hey.
best Kentucky has to offer. My God.
For one, absolutely not. It's
Dude,
not the
the
best.
best that Kentucky has on Talking to him on the
It-
sticks,
it-
dude.
Literally, one that's not the best Kentucky has to offer. It's the biggest, for sure. And for two, it's Louisville, okay?
All right,
Louisville.
Not everyone wants to just fucking.
It's
mispronounce.
fucking Louisville.
Louisville.
Dude, you're a Louisville, dude.
You
You're
just-
a woolly bear, dude.
You will never meet a single fucking person in Kentucky that calls it Louisville or Louisville. Birds, there's a guy right here just wrecked my ass, bro.
Yeah. He's down.
Well, that doesn't help me. I'm fucking dead.
Well, be
Did it,
better.
boys? Oh, damn.
But no, Louisville's a fucking shithole, dude. I hate Louisville. I was actually in Louisville. A
Dog,
month
I
ago
fucking. I went into
I was
some
there for a
place
week
to get a
for
burger.
Academy.
Right? Went to this place to get a burger. Got my burger order, or whatever. Went and sat down in one of the chairs to wait for my fucking order to come out. This man walks in, fucking like all red, right? And he's got
Yeah.
an extendo fucking Glock sticking out of his pocket while he's ordering. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking be part of a robbery.
That's racial profiling.
Dude, that's fucking.
Hey,
Kentucky
I
has
didn't
all
That
the
say
is
Hey,
what
100%
color-
racial
You're from
profiling, dude. What the
Texas.
fuck is that?
I didn't say what color he was.
It doesn't matter. Oh, you've
You
implied
know.
it. You've implied
know.
it.
Hey, no,
We
no,
all
I didn't
know what
imply
you
shit. You're a racist.
Well,
Y'all
to be
racist.
fair,
Fuck you.
I'm
I didn't say shit.
bandwagon Rod here, so Rod's racist.
Fuck you, dude. I'm
Dude, I
literally
heard Rod's not
proud.
even
I am
actually
the
a
least
Mexican.
racist in this. Dude, says the one
False.
who doesn't even fucking
False.
speak Spanish. He's a dick. He literally does this every time we talk. He says, I'm not the real Mexican, knowing damn well he doesn't speak a lick of fucking Spanish. Motherfucker.
Oh, fuck. I miss the boys so much. I hate it here.
Dude, I agree. I would not
miss-
have re-enlisted to stay with the boys because I love you guys, but fuck no.
Yeah, not that much. I don't
But
think any of us
I-
love each other that much.
Yeah, I do miss the boys. Very, very badly. Speaking
Dude,
of,
I made a
I
mistake
was-
PCSing. God damn it. I should have just stayed at Hood.
See, I only ever heard good things about Lewis. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the one brigade that's fucking dog shit.
I mean, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, fucking, I have a buddy who's there in Ranger Bat, and he hated it too, to be honest. So
There's a dude in.
it's just like
17.
more hua and stuff, and like less like shit baggery from like the leadership. I would have to say. I mean, like as far as like maybe in like overall aspect kind of thing.
There's a dude in 1.7. I've played Xbox with him because Graham is buddies with him, but he got there after I got out. He just PCS from Lewis this past year, and he is fucking in love with Hood compared to Lewis.
Yeah, dude,
But
Lewis
at the
is
same
rough,
time, he's also like really fucking yee
Oh,
super
no,
mega Trump
I'm not
star
right
type
now.
Shit, so
Oh.
of course he loves. fucking Texas.
I do those occasionally though.
Well, I mean, what's not to love about Texas, though?
Honestly,
lot of
kinda hate
things.
the shithole.
Yeah, Texas kind
Yeah.
of sucks.
Fuck you. Texas is great.
Texas
no,
is
no, don't
brown
get me
and
wrong,
black.
I fucking
Not
miss
in the army?
shit out of Texas, dude.
Texas
honestly.
not in the army, totally 10 out of 10. you
Dude,
know,
except
but
have you guys
being
been to Austin?
stationed
I went to
there?
fucking Austin with for one. I gotta tell you, this is the funniest story I've ever.
I
Would
went
you
to
just
Austin
ask
with
if we've ever
fucking-
been to Austin?
Recently.
I've been.
I
I
said,
think I've been to Austin
recently.
with Rod. Oh, recently, no.
no,
No,
yeah,
no,
no.
no.
I
We've all
honestly-
been to Austin together.
Yeah, that's not what the question was. I apologize.
Yeah, you
Should.
should apologize.
Should.
Yeah, thanks. I did. You fucking asshole. So like, you fucking did.
Anyways,
You're saying?
But fucking, I went for my buddy's bachelor party, because we were gonna go to Vegas, but his brother-in-law and his wife's sister, whatever you want to fucking say, brother-in-law, fucking, he's like 18 or 19 or whatever, and he was coming. He like got like forced on the trip by the fiance, and because of COVID and all that shit, the only place that was like pretty much like a good place to go have a good time was Austin. And so we went, and dude, it was a shithole, bro. It was like, dude, homeless, like, dude.
Oh
6th Street
yeah, I'm
wasn't
just
the
kind of
same.
playing, streaming
Oh,
to
yeah,
homeless
COVID.
people.
to
Fuck,
chat
dude,
with
bars
people,
were,
and
like,
then I got
bars that,
my
like, used to be,
own
like,
party
absolute
going on
bangers
right
were
now.
fucking closed.
But
Fucking homeless dudes,
I
like,
might be,
were taking up,
tomorrow
like, for that
or
street. Now they're,
Sunday.
like, selling pot on the street too, which like isn't a big deal, but like just the fact
Hey,
that
Rod,
like,
here.
way back when, like
What?
none of that shit was like kind of happening and stuff. It was like way
Dude,
more
we got
party kinda
offered
shit.
coke all the time.
Yeah, coke's different. Like these dudes are just straight blazing on the corners and stuff, and like selling it. And it was like these homeless dudes, and like you remember like how like right after the bridge you really didn't see too many homeless dudes like on 6th Street itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that changed completely. Like it like stretched all the way to like that first like light where like the first light past the barriers. Like there was homeless dudes like they like owned those corners and shit. Like they were like so prevalent. It was insane.
Yeah,
But
dude,
it looked,
Austin's
it
a
was a
fucking
shithole.
now.
It was a shithole, yeah.
Pretty much anything run by Democrats at this point is a shithole. Just because of how strict all the COVID shit is in more left-leaning cities, it's just like the economy can't fucking do its thing. So it's just everything's turning into a shithole. Like Portland, Oregon has basically been a war zone since that riot last year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
insane.
you gotta think at the same time. It's give and take. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, the economy's fucking suffering, but at the same time, not as many people
Oh,
are
come
dying.
on.
Bro, I got such a I don't really like to share my view on it just because fucking it's very like I feel like it's very like off-putty.
Dude, I mean, it's also though like it's constantly fucking debated and people
So
are
here's
always
my
arguing
thought.
about it.
Here's
I
my
don't-
thought on it, dude. Fucking okay, if you're gonna
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
right,
cool
fucking,
with
you're gonna
tips.
really
Please do.
restrict like doing anything to like that.
I mean, that's
vaccine or
entirely
having
what I'm trying
some
to,
sort
or
of,
what
like,
I'm doing this for
religious
is,
exemption
well, not
which, you know,
entirely,
the
but
vaccine, by all means,
uh,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely gotta help.
basically to
Put
have
antibodies
people to
in it,
chat
like,
with on here and just
fucking-
play video
But like,
games with, you know.
if you're gonna mandate a vaccine, right, and then you're gonna fucking not do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about like these past like pandemics and shit like that, like what did they do? Like, yeah, they had to struggle, they had to like overcome it and this, that, and the other, but they went back to normal. You know what I'm saying? And it's dude, it's about to be 2022, bro.
You remember the fucking swine flu?
Oh yeah.
dude.
Fucking
But-
good old
But like,
H1N1.
like in
Right.
all those instances, it seemed like because it's not the age of technology and streaming and gaming and information at an instant, because it really wasn't back in like 08, 09, 2010-ish. I think that's when swine flu was, anyways.
Yeah, it was somewhere around
Fucking-
there.
So that being said, like it was easier to like go about like doing things again. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't have all this bullshit like oh 10 fucking people died today. Like okay, 10 people died today. Like unfortunate for them and this, that, and the other. But like at some point, society as a whole has to move on. You know what I'm saying? Like we're
Yeah.
coming up on 2 years.
That's the thing is like, man, like we have the flu
Like
and
we have to
everything
try
like that.
to get
like,
back to it, and like we're doing everything we can, and we have the vaccines in place, and it's only gonna change. It's gonna turn into the flu at some point. 10 years from now, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have something that like will allow us to whatever, but like.
I don't know if I know how to
you
use my
mandate a
boost.
vaccine. Like, why
See-
the fuck am I still wearing a
I
mask in
probably
my
should have
gym?
done
Why
the
the fuck?
tutorial, honestly.
This, that, and the other, like all that.
Oh, dude, I
Defense?
haven't had to wear a
Appreciate that.
mask in fucking.
Dude.
Kentucky's Republican, bro. I haven't had to wear a mask in
Dude,
forever.
Hawaii,
But
bro,
my thing
nothing
is-
has changed. Only things have
My-
opened, and fucking, it's just, I'm still wearing a mask in my gym.
Dude, my thing is like,
I found a red door.
do you
Appreciate
know how many vaccines are actually fucking mandated? You can't send kids to public school without certain vaccines. There are
Right.
hella vaccines that are mandated, and no one makes a fucking fuss about it besides, the OG anti-vaxxers before COVID was even a
Right,
thing,
right.
right? But then you got dudes who are talking about like, oh, I'll get chaptered out of the army before I get this fucking COVID
Yeah,
vaccine. Blah, blah,
Krista
blah.
has a
How
soldier
many?
that made that decision.
And like,
And now,
oh,
dude, didn't you
that's-
hear that
that's
the
all
army,
cool.
the army's actually going through the legality of doing that? They might not do
Dude,
that.
they've already made it a regulation that they had to get mandated. It's a lawful order. You don't like
they're,
it,
they're
you
going
can get
into
kicked the fuck out.
They're going into the legality of that order. Is what
Well, yeah, but
what
my
they're
thing is, how many fucking vaccines did you and I and everyone else in the fucking
right.
when
You know,
we
you got
first joined
stuff
the
with
army?
anthrax. Like fucking what? You know.
How many vaccines did we stand in a line and get
Oh,
fucking
smallpox,
brought in,
anthrax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
going into basic training and
Right.
like
That fucking little
one-
room
no
with
one
all the
batted
peanut
fucking
butter
penis
shot.
head looking motherfuckers. I remember that.
no one batted a fucking eye, but because COVID is such a political fucking topic these days, people are saying that they're willing to get chaptered out of the army because
Well, I think a
Of the
lot of
followers.
it is
First place
taking
now,
the
Rod. You're
taking
welcome. I found that red
advantage.
door.
I think
I
it's
just
taking
killed a dude
advantage
and
of the
took all
fact
his
that
money.
you could just get kicked out for it. You know.
Well, no, like I said, I don't think it's they're going into that,
No, I'm playing on controller.
but I have like a. For one, I just wish mandate. Like I have no problems with the vaccine mandate, like not one bit, because I think it protects people from themselves, like their egos or their pride or whatever it is that's like makes them not want to get them, you know. And
Yeah.
aside from like religious or whatever the case may be, because religion, your belief is your belief. It's cool with me, but
Yeah,
just
because
the
there
fact,
there
like,
are
the,
some
the
things.
shit that irks me is the like, all right, you mandate this vaccine, like let me get to some normalcy, dude. If I fucking die, dude, it's my time to go, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you've done everything you can to protect society, and like you have to let us get back, because like it ain't a free world right now. It really isn't. It isn't a free country. And then the one thing that fucking really upsets me is like through all this like Black Lives Matter and all this like these groups matter is kind of like what I generalize them as now. It's like, dude, cool. Like, I respect your right to identify as a household appliance or whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a fucking refrigerator because you're always running, dude, by all means, dude, go run a But
I love you
Quantas.
so much, then Jesus Christ.
But like here's the thing is like cool, like I respect that you have a voice and you want like people to be aware that like this is how like these are the things that people identify as, whether sexuality, whether it's race, like not even just like the case of like identifying as something like whatever, but like understand it, like Black Lives Matter, yes, all lives matter, like. But like, here's the thing: it's not Black Lives Matter. You're either with me or against me. It should be like, all right, dude. Like, we respect the fact that like
Birds, I
there
need
needs
you.
to be some equality here, and like let's
I'm not even
accept
near you,
each
dude. I'm
other
1,000
for
meters away.
like it's all this. You're either with me or against me in the country right now. Instead of like, hey, we're all together and like we're just bringing everybody's awareness.
Oh, I use
to that
Xbox. I'm on Xbox.
higher state.
Sorry, I'm so
My God,
focused
I mean,
on the game.
cash drop.
Like, I'm vaccinated. For one, just because, I mean,
Don't you kind of have to be for your
The-
You
job?
don't,
the
have to, you
majority-
don't have to justify it. Dude,
no,
I
you
fucking-
don't have to be at my job. There's no vaccine mandates for the postal service whatsoever.
Really?
I got
Which
vaccinated
is
before I ever
hilarious
even got
because
this
you
job.
guys are fucking federal.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, there's still technically mass mandates, but it varies post office to post office. Oh,
No,
fuck,
I'm
about to
harping
get
on
fucked
the
up.
vaccine. But furthermore, dude, like my fucking school, I couldn't register for classes next semester if I wasn't vaccinated. For in-person / hybrid classes, which is any class that you're looking to take to fucking graduate. Aside from like the gen
I just
eds
got
that
wrecked.
you can take online.
Oh, we're in
Person
second
just
now,
lost
dude.
so much money. I've
I
gotten
just
a
lost like
656,000.
75,000.
No, I got vaccinated before I ever even got my job at the Postal Service. Part of the reason is because in 10 years, if there's an infomercial that comes on that says if
Yeah,
you
I'm
or a loved one
claiming
received
that
the,
shit.
the,
I'm
vac-
claiming.
the
What'd you
COVID-19
get?
vaccine, whatever, I'm gonna get some fucking money out of it.
What'd you get?
I got, I think I got Pfizer.
Oh,
I
yeah,
also got
too.
Pfizer.
I'll be claiming that shit for
I think I also
Roosevelt,
got
dude.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I
I bet
wanted
you
to
it's
do.
gonna be the Moderna one that's fucked up, and then I'm gonna look at it and I'm like,
Bored.
dude, where's my
What?
money? But yeah, no, I'm
Burst, we
definitely, I'm a
just
fan of
choked the fuck
that.
out of that.
Dude, I hate the country that we're living in right now, boys. Really do.
Hey, yeah, I mean, there's certain things I don't agree with and certain things I do. I don't think vaccine mandates are.
Oh,
Thanks,
it's
yeah.
disregard- it's
Kinda
aside
realize
from
that
the
now.
Vaccine bullshit.
Dude,
Unless
so I was running COVID testing
Oh,
for
it's-
my unit. Fucking
Yeah, it's
like,
just the
Monday.
basic.
Like everyone who's not vaccinated has to
basic
get COVID
Xbox
tested Mondays
controller.
and Thursdays, right? It's like general
Uh-huh.
order. So I had some fucking private walk in. He's like, I'm denying this test. It's like, bitch, what about this? He's like, I put in for a religious exemption. I was like, what, do you
It's
think
a
fucking
test.
getting a swab inserted in your nose is gay and it makes you a bad Christian? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hey,
Yeah,
Danny
motherfucker.
boy.
Really?
You're
I was
putting
like,
in
oh,
this
shit.
religious
Lawful
exemption. I've
Well,
had you
that
a
was
million
just
bucks.
bad.
You still got cum on your
Distracted
fucking
me.
hands, you grimy bastard.
I
Fuck
was
you.
like, what religion are you? He goes,
Damn it.
I'm Christian Catholic or Catholic
all your
Christian," or
fault,
something
Dan.
like that. And I was like, cool, I'm a Catholic too, but I'm a bad one. You ever touched a football? He was like, yeah. I was like, did you play in high school? And he's like, yeah. I was like, you're going to hell. Have fun.
pigskin, bro.
I'm gonna fucking hit
Yeah.
him with that.
All
But
that
either
was
way, I think
entirely
it's
what you
fine
planned
with
on
the fucking
doing.
sleazeball. That dude showed up with still cum on his fingers.
My-
Dude, he was like, I'm refusing this test. I was like, motherfucker, if somebody tells you,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
gosh,
hold
I'm
your
getting
gun,
my
shove shit in
ass
your nose.
whooped
I
this
swear to
game.
God.
I'm gonna enjoy it.
Dude, his
I
first
would.
sergeant came by, chewed him out, and I was like, oh, hey, first sergeant. He goes, hey, Birds. So he said
How you
no,
gonna
I was like,
refuse
yeah.
a COVID test, bro?
I was
mean,
like,
it's-
you understand, I'm not.
I got
taking
11
The
shots,
right?
religious
Before I
exemption isn't
finally
for the
tested
test,
positive.
though. It's for the fucking
I know
vaccine.
that. I understand that.
No,
This
yeah, yeah,
fucking
no, I know.
18-year-old retard
Christians
doesn't.
are-
Yes, this game. Just
Yeah,
this game.
Like I said,
Thank you very
religious
much.
exemption, but this dude certainly jacks off, which I'm pretty sure you don't do as a Christian, Catholic, whatever the fuck.
No, dude, frick, fucking America is a sin if you're
See,
a
my
Catholic.
only-
Like, you fucking walk outside, you're going to hell.
Literally my only issue with the
I
whole
identify as a polymer.
my only
It's
issue
my religion.
with did you just say you identify as a polymer?
Yeah, just many more men, dude. That's
Jesus
what I identify
fucking
as.
Christ.
Like
I
one of those
identify
fucking-
as more than
Dude, Bert's, I'm
me,
in your
dude.
party, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm sending it to the other two fucks that don't join.
Zim won't get it. He's on PC. He has to actually be in the game for him to
Yeah,
get
that's true.
fucking invites because he's a nerd.
I'm playing Rocket
Um,
League, dude. I'm just loving the chat. You don't want me to
No.
come out there and die a bunch and be mad about it.
My only issue with the whole anti-vax movement or whatever
Hold on, I'll be right back.
is the whole fucking, like you just said, Birds, these fucking 18-year-old, probably backwoods redneck motherfuckers who literally just, they know nothing about it. They're only anti-vax because it's a bandwagon thing. Like, they've done no
it's
research
a rebel
themselves.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, they've done absolutely no research themselves. Like, if you've done research about it and, like, you know your
just woke
statistics
up
and
and
shit
picked
like
rebel,
that, and you
dude.
can
They're
make a
like,
valid
"I'm a
argument,
rebel."
sure.
Yeah, you can't deny a valid argument for like if they like personally feel really strong about something, but like fucking rebel ass.
Yeah, but if you're
motherfuckers.
just a snot
Yeah, I'm
nosed
back.
fucking 18-year-old private that's like,
Yeah.
I'm refusing this COVID test, go fuck yourself.
No, he walked up to me. He went to parade rest. He was like, "Corporal, I'm refusing this test." And I was like,
I would have
literally
fucking
verbatim.
smoked him then and there.
I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like loud as shit too. Like my sergeant major's in the room. I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" I was like, "Did those words come out of your fucking mouth?"
Yeah, like what side of the bed did you wake up
you
on
were telling a
and jerk
major
off to?
general. You're telling me, an NCO, that you don't want to follow a direct, lawful order from a general fucking officer.
Dude, some dudes are just fucking. I bet you he heard that.
Built this.
He was
man.
told by one of his little specialist shitbag buddies that was like,
The
dude, you don't
barracks
have
lawyer.
to take a fucking test if you don't want to. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a barracks lawyer. That's
Yeah, the
exactly what it
fucking
was.
the Christas of the fucking army who fucking said, "Hey, you don't need it. You don't get the smallpox if you tell them you have eczema." Me, who has eczema, hey fucking Colonel, I have eczema, so that's why I don't want to get the smallpox. Yeah, get fucked, nerd.
Dude,
Krista
fucking,
says she
no.
has eczema, doesn't have eczema, doesn't get it. Fucking I have eczema, fucking gets it.
Dog, no, so I tell this kid, I'm like, alright, go sit in a chair against the wall and wait for your fucking first sergeant to get here. I'm gonna have to make a phone call. So then one of his buddies in his fucking company who actually has a religious exemption, so like actual valid exemption, I was like, alright, cool. He walks up, no, fuck, I'm telling this wrong. No, the kid that walked up was his buddy, he got his first dose, but he's not COVAX complete, so he still has to get tested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
So
has
this
the
kid-
first
so
dose
this
of the
kid-
vaccine and refuses the test.
Dude, this kid sounds
No,
like
the
his
other-
IQ.
no,
this
his
dude's
kid-
this dude's IQ is like a solid
his-
7.
So the kid that refused has no
He's in
dose.
single digits, bro.
The kid that walked up had 1 dose.
Oh.
Like the other one. His buddy that walked up had 1 dose. Dude, he was like, you got 1 dose, you don't have to get the test. I was like, shut the fuck up. Yes, you do. I was like,
This
you
man
have to
just
get the
had
test, you're not
enough of this
Kovacs
bullshit
complete.
from these privates, dude.
I'm
Hey,
like,
you,
shut the
you
fuck
should have
up.
told him. You should have told them, hey, you track COVID, you won't get tested again for fucking 90 days, guarantee it, bro.
Dude, but this motherfucker, like, my sergeant major is sitting in this fucking battalion with me while I'm testing these fucks. And he's sitting in the corner laughing his ass off, like, these dumb motherfuckers, I'm about to chapter all their asses out.
Yeah. I mean, but that whole, cause like I even had buddies in 1-7 that were like, "Oh, I'm not getting this fucking vaccine, blah blah blah." Like they could chapter me out of the army, and literally my whole argument to them that they had no rebuttal for was like, "You didn't know what was in any of the vaccines you got when you went through basic training, bro. Not a thing."
I didn't know what vaccines I got. in
Yeah,
basic
I,
training.
I,
Exactly.
I
I
genuinely
don't know
don't know what I
in
got.
basic
I was like, you
training.
probably couldn't tell me what vaccines or how many you got.
I know I
Right,
got my
those dudes,
flu,
those dudes.
and I
I
got my
remember the
peanut butter.
sorting. Yeah, yeah.
I think I got
Yeah.
five vaccines.
Bro, I just remember them being like,
Including the
oh,
peanut
if you go
butter.
in this line, you need these, blah, blah, blah. If you go in this line, you're getting these many shots. And I was like, hey, that's me in that line. I see my name has been called.
Dude, nobody explained shit to me.
Yeah,
They were
no,
like,
yeah.
this line is for all
I'm
of
just
them.
walking
this line
in a
is for
line of people, dude, just in the try, in the shoulder, into every place. I'm just like, yeah.
Dude, I
cool.
have no memory of it. It was all a blur. To be quite honest.
Because the vaccines.
Anything from me getting vaccines in basic when I first joined. Anything from like
Roddy,
day
you
0 at 30th. Do what?
married yet? That chick?
No.
The real pretty white girl, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one who's sitting right next to me.
Yes.
No, not that one.
Yeah, the other one.
No,
I'm
we're not.
sorry.
Oh.
Fuck you, Zim.
I really had to say. Yeah, dude, I really did. It was a
But no,
reflex.
literally everything from day 0 of 30th all the way up to like halfway through red cycle and basic, it's all a blur to me, dude. I was
I
just
just
keeping
remember
my
getting
fucking
yelled
head
at.
down and
And getting the dog shit smoked
I
out of me.
remember
I remember like
fucking-
crawling through my own
Yeah,
sweat.
I remember
That's
getting my
about it.
face spit on that first. I remember Robbins passing out.
oh, dude, I remember that.
Dude, I got kicked once, and he didn't like he forgot that it was the start of a new army and
What
they
about
can't lay hands on us
Taylor?
anymore. It's like I was in the fucking drill sergeant office getting smoked because I talked back or something. They were just smoking me, and he like pushed me over with his foot, and he was like, "Oh fuck, sorry, I forgot, I can't touch you." My bad." And I was like, "It's okay, drill sergeant." He goes, "Shut the fuck up."
What a concept, dude.
I
was
just, I
like,
remember.
what the fuck is happening right now? What did I sign up for?
I just remember, now that you bring it up, Zim, I remember us getting the dog shit smoked out of us on the ready line, and then
Hey,
they
I'm
had us go to
gonna
our
end the
bunks or
stream real
something. I
quick
don't know,
and
we were,
switch
like, in
over to
between our
COD.
bunks and our wall lockers.
Stick around on my
And then I just
channel, and
remember
if you
Robbins
could give me a
just
follow, that'd be
slumping.
absolutely awesome.
He did just
I'll be
pass
back
out,
in
yeah.
30 seconds
Smacked
to
his
play
fucking
COD.
head on the floor and
I'll
everything.
see you
It
guys
was like-
here in a second.
Like day 0 or day 1.
Yeah, no, it was days